talking about Middle Eastern, Arabic, or even just cologne houses in general. And I'm going to pick what I think is the best fragrance out of their collection. Starting off with Armaf. Armaf used to be one of my favorite houses. They were one of the very first cologne houses that suddenly made fragrances that are actually really good. A lot of times you're getting these clones and they just didn't work. They suddenly made some good ones. Now, this is one that I actually don't know if it is actually a clone of one. It is their oud fragrance from their niche collection. I love this fragrance. This is a great cool weather fragrance. It has a nice little bit of spiciness to it. It's just a beautiful oud. Like, this is like your Tom Ford oud wood type oud. I'm not saying it smells like Tom Ford oud wood. Don't think that. But you get that with a nice cinnamon spiciness with it. Kind of close to how Lattafa did their, what is it? Not Ajwa, Quaid, Q-A-A-E-D. You get that spiciness with that oud. Now, here is the atomizer. It's okay. It's not the greatest, but you know what? It gets the job done. For performance, unfortunately, I get about 6 to 7 hours with it. It isn't the longest lasting, and seeing how this is in their niche line, it is a little bit more pricey. So I still think it's worth it, though. I still think this is a great fragrance. Think perfection for like cool weather, like your, say, fall time. This is a beast mode for that. I love it. Highly rate this one. From Emer is this right here. And yes, don't get me wrong. Some of these are actually going to be branches of a house that is already mentioned. So like Armaf has Just Jack. Lattafa has Maison Alhambra. I get that. Some of these will be there. Some of them will not be. But I just wanted to pick each one that had a different, quote, name. So from Emer, it is Cedrat Essence. This is a Cedrat Boisé inspired fragrance. If you couldn't tell by the bottle, it gets pretty darn close. I actually think it's a little bit on the sweeter side, but not like sickly sweet. This is just a great fragrance. Performance-wise, I get about the same performance with it, to be totally honest. Like, this is spot on. Now, Atomizer is okay. I actually think it's one of the better of them, but again, they're comparing themselves with your Mancera, which is pressurized. So yes, it's not pressurized, but it's pretty darn good. So highly rate this. Again, it smells very similar to Cedrat Boisé. If you're looking for something like that, especially now that it's getting warmer in the Northern Hemisphere, check out from Emer, Cedrat Essence. From Just Jack, which is an Armaf line, I actually love this. This is Italian leather. This is spot on the Tuscan leather by Tom Ford. Performance, you get about the same. DNA, you get about the same. Longevity, everything. I love this fragrance. It kind of scratches that itch for me if I ever want to have that Tuscan leather vibe. Love this very much. I know some people are not a fan of the Just Jack line. I think this one's worth it. I really do. And price point, it was dirt cheap. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of harder to find nowadays. The Just Jack line used to be fragrance. Buy.ca carried them, but I don't know if they've restocked them. But this is good. This is a good fragrance. And again, this is a 50 mils, so you get about the same size as you would with Tuscan leather. But man, for me, I think I paid 20 bucks for this. So highly rate it. If you want something that smells like Tuscan leather, check out Italian leather. Honorable mention. Fragrance World has this fragrance here called Posh Omega. This is a Le Male Essence clone, and it is spot on with Essence. So if you want something that will give you that same vibe, that same performance, that same DNA, again, it's Le Male with leather. Check out from Fragrance World Posh Omega. Now, unfortunately, I could only find it at Walmart on their website, but man, I'm glad I got it because this is the same DNA that Le Male Essence has, which is unfortunately discontinued and hard to find. So if you want something like that, check out this right here, Posh Omega. Now, the actual fragrance I'm picking from Fragrance World, though, is this. It is Absolute Oud Magnificent 7. There is my favorite oud, and it is from YSL. It is M7 Oud, and it is discontinued. So yes, you can still find it occasionally at a discounter, but it's harder to find, and it's been discontinued for a long time. Fragrance World made a clone of it, and this is pretty darn close to the same fragrance. You get the same performance, same DNA. And yet, it's way affordable. So for me, if you're going to clone something, the fact that they're cloning a discontinued fragrance, I actually really like that. I think that's a good idea. Heck, I would love a clone house that only clones discontinued fragrances. Like, why don't we do that? That way, we're not ripping off people. You're taking something that was done to perfection and just bringing it back so that the masses can have it. So if you're looking for an amazing oud, and again, this is cloned after YSL M7, check out from Fragrance World Absolute Oud Magnificent 7. Atomizer is pretty darn good too. Sprays out a bunch. So again, this is more like your Tom Ford oud type oud fragrance. Love it. I can never pronounce anything from this brand. It's from Swiss Arabian. It is Shaghaf Oud Azrak. I don't know. Here, I'll try and get close enough, let it focus so that you can see it. This is a great fragrance. This is very similar to your Montal Ouds. So it's a very dark, it's a heavy fragrance. This is perfect for winter. So the cold months when you're out there, check this out. This is a great fragrance. Atomizer is okay. It's not the worst. It's not the best. Oh, I do love this fragrance. Here you go. I'll show you it. Again, it sprays out a pretty good amount. And again, just to remind you, Montals are not easy to wear. Some of them are, but like the way they do their oud is a much more strength focused oud. It's for power. It's for longevity, performance. You spray this on, you will fill a room. So if you want something like that, check this one out from Swiss Arabian. Now, I know this is the one that's going to get me a bunch of negative comments. I get that. I understand. I think I'm going to pick 9 p.m. from Afnan. I think I'm going to pick 9 p.m. I was debating. I actually have not only an Intense Incense, which is a Blue Beast fragrance, and I love that one. I actually really enjoy wearing it. I think I'm going to pick this one. So for those who don't know, this is a Ultramall inspired fragrance, which is a pear sexy fragrance. But this goes heavy on the cinnamon spice. So this is more like a cider, is how I describe it. So think Ultramall and turn it into a cider, and that's what this is. Now, performance-wise, I get about the same as Ultramall. I get about 8 hours with this. Yes, is it a little more synthetic than Ultramall? Yeah, but I mean, you're also paying like 30 bucks for this. It is good. I like it. I get good projection, good performance. Atomizer is okay. It's not the greatest, but you know what? It's an easy to wear fragrance. So if you're looking for something similar to Ultramall, check out from Afnan, 9 p.m. So now we have my 4 favorites from all these fragrances left to go. So I'm going to start with Flavia. From Flavia, I'm going to start with this one. It is Nouveau Ambre Parfum. This smells like, if you can't tell from the bottle, Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomad. So you get that rose, you get that oud, you get that amber, you get that beautiful DNA, you get that just performance projection. And this is not linear. This changes as you wear it. I swear the first 2 hours I have rose and then the rose disappears. And then like 2 hours later, I get rose back and it disappears and I get it back. It lasts a long time. I love this fragrance. I am so glad I picked this up. I wasn't even sure if I wanted it, but oh, at the end of the day, this is one of my favorite pickups of last year. It is just, it smells like niche. It smells like niche quality and it's really affordable. So here's the atomizer. It's okay, but the juice is so good. Like seriously, highly, highly, high rated. If you want something that's a beautiful rose and it smells niche level, check out from Flavia, Nouveau Ambre. Next, one of my newer pickups is from Al Haramain. This is Amber Oud Gold Extreme. So for those who don't know, Amber Oud Gold smells very similar to Herba Pura. So you're getting that Xerjoff DNA, that beautiful sweetness, that sexiness. This has great performance, great longevity, great DNA, great sillage. I actually took this in a travel size on a trip, meant to wear it one time and ended up wearing it the entire trip. I fell in love with this fragrance. This is beautiful. Now, again, it is like Herba Pura. So those who don't know, Herba Pura is a sweet fragrance. So if you do not like sweet fragrances, you're not going to like this one. Oh, it's spot on. It is so good. Atomizer is okay. It is pressurized. It gets a good amount out. I love this fragrance. So if you want something like Xerjoff's Herba Pura, check out Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold, or in this version, Gold Extreme. So the runner-up is from Lattafa. Now, I think Lattafa makes some of the best, if not the best, fragrances out there. Love the brand. It's the new Commer Coffee. This is spot on. I get about 12 to 18 hours with this fragrance. This is a performance beast. Projects well, nice sillage, nice longevity. This smells like Commer. For those who don't know, Commer smells similar, not clone, but similar to Angel Share. You get that nice like holiday spice, that market, that great DNA, but this adds coffee in it. So this is much more like a caramel coffee, kind of like Mancera's Amore Cafe mixed with Commer. This is a perfect fragrance. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. If you don't have it, go get it. I think this is worth it. Even if you're entering summertime, just get it now. Make sure you have it for the fall when you need it, because this is perfect. Here's the atomizer. It's honestly not that good, but you know what? I don't care, because the fragrance is just so good. Love, love, love this fragrance. I will say for Lattafa, there were some other good options, but when I saw this is the winner. It wasn't even a challenge. It wasn't even a contest. Check out Lattafa's Commer Coffee. or Qua, however you say it. I know I say it wrong every time. I apologize, but check it out. My favorite one, I get asked all the time, what is your favorite Middle Eastern fragrance? And every time it's the same one. And you know what? It's still the same one. It is from Maison Alhambra. It is exclusive tobacco. This is fire. This is a perfect tobacco fragrance. Absolutely beautiful DNA. I've been told this is a Carolina Herrera Mystery Tobacco clone. Unfortunately, I have not been able to test that one out yet, but I did smell another fragrance that's also supposed to be inspired by Carolina Herrera Mystery Tobacco, and it smells exactly like this. So I'm pretty sure we're darn close. I definitely want to get that fragrance. After getting this, and that's what I tell people, when you have Middle Eastern, if it makes you want to get the original, then they're worth it. And this makes me want to get the original. I want to get Carolina Herrera Mystery Tobacco so badly because this is such a good fragrance. Highly, highly recommend it. Cap sits in there pretty good. Doesn't click. It just slides in nicely. It's the best fall fragrance out there. Like, this is my favorite fall fragrance. I love this fragrance so much. Atomizer's okay. Oh, just give me a second. It's just perfect. It's so good. It is so good. Can't talk enough about this. If you want something similar to Carolina Herrera Mystery Tobacco, a perfect fall fragrance, check out from Maison Alhambra, exclusive tobacco. All right, so that's my list. What did I miss? What should I have brought up instead? Comment down below, let me know. Thank you for following the channel as always, and I'll talk to you soon.